Hi everyone, it's Chrissy and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 apartment renovation. So today we're actually in the arts quarter and we're in 121 Hakim house. And this is actually the apartment where the Jang family lives originally. Now, I don't really build in this apartment or in this apartment building all that much. I think I've done on the channel maybe like 1 or 2 apartments in this building. I think it's only been one, and it was actually a renovation for the Jang family for my save. So yeah, I don't usually build in this apartment building. I usually build in the Medina Studios one, which is also in the arts quarter. But yeah, so today we're actually building, like I said, in an apartment that I don't normally build in, and we're building something that I don't think I have ever attempted on the channel. And that is a Barbie themed build. So we're building a Barbie apartment or Barbie dream apartment or whatever you want to call it. Basically, my inspiration for this apartment was Barbie. It was literally Barbie. It was a lot of pink. I wanted it to be very over the top. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this, but it was definitely something that is quite out of my comfort zone. So yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think of it and how you think I did, because yeah, like I said, very out of my comfort zone, but I really like the way it turned out. And yeah, it was a lot of fun building it. It was a lot of fun just trying to, I guess, put myself in a little bit of a different headspace when I was building this. And you know, usually I'll like get very overwhelmed with all of the colors and all of the like over the topness of a build like this, and I'll just change up stuff to make it more neutral or more like, you know, a regular family type house. But for this one, I really tried not to do that. I tried to embrace the Barbie-ness of it all. Wow, I'm sorry, I don't know what my voice just did there. Wow, okay. Sorry about that. I'm not cutting it out because I'm kind of pressed for time with this voiceover and I need to get it done, so we're not cutting it out. So yeah, I'm sorry about if you just heard. I think I kind of like swallowed my words and it was a weird whole thing. But yeah, like I was saying, I kind of just embraced the Barbie-ness of it all. So this apartment is very pink, like obscenely pink. There's a lot of pink going on. Most of it is this little bit more like muted, almost baby light pink. But there are also pops of like really bright pink, like, you know, the kitchen appliances, the rugs, stuff like that. And then obviously I knew I wanted to use a lot of white in this apartment, but I also wanted to use some black because I was looking at a couple of different pictures and I don't really have any of them anymore so that I can show you guys, but I was looking at a couple of like modern Barbie type stuff, and a lot of them had like pops of black just to make, you know, all of like the lighter colors kind of like pop a little bit more. And also I wanted this apartment to be kind of more contemporary, but contemporary as well as kind of like over the top. You'll see what I mean in just a second. But yeah, so I figured the black would fit in really well. And also I didn't want to do like a just pink and white build because that would have been too much for me. So yeah, this apartment is very white, very pink, has a bit of black in it, especially in the living space and the kitchen, because the windows in this apartment are also black. Those are just like the regular apartment windows that I can't change. So I decided to also incorporate that. So we have the black windows. I used some black doors. I used those dividers from the Myshuno stuff pack. And I kind of like sized them down, raised them up, and used them as almost like sliding doors, like sliding glass doors. I used them in the hallway, so like that little like hallway space that goes to the bedroom and the guest bathroom. And I also used them in the bedroom itself to kind of like separate the bathroom and the bedroom, because there's no wall between the bathroom and the bedroom. I kind of have it like this one big open space, which I have never done. I have never done a build where the bathroom is kind of like part of the bedroom. It's kind of like one big open space. There's no wall or, you know, closed off door to it. And I really love the way that turned out. It gave it such a contemporary look, and I love the way I used those like dividers to make it look like, you know, they're probably sliding glass doors, so they could be closed off. And then, yeah, so the bathroom has the bathtub, the shower, a sink, obviously like sinks, and then a vanity table. And then the toilet is in a separate closed off space, which I actually did off camera, I think. I think I did the, like, that little like toilet room for the main bathroom, as well as the guest bathroom, which is just a like toilet sink. I think I did those two off camera. And then I know I also like changed up a couple of things like during the recording process and stuff that I didn't record because they were very minor changes, like color swatch changes, or I like added a bit of clutter here and there, or you know, something like that. So I didn't feel the need to record all of that because I would have just ended up editing it out anyway. So yeah, if you want to see like the finished apartment with any changes, then it will be in the, not in the description, I cannot speak, it will be in the screenshots at the end. So yeah, apologies if this voiceover is very rambly. I'm recording this at like almost 12 p.m. So like it's 11:40 a.m. And usually I don't record this early. I just woke up maybe like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours ago. And I think my brain isn't completely like on yet, if that makes sense. But I kind of really need to get this voiceover done because this video needs to go out tonight, which is Wednesday. And yeah, the video needs to go out at like, I think, yeah, 6 p.m. tonight. And we have load shedding from like 2 p.m. to like 4. So I won't have time to do it after load shedding. So I need to do it now so that I can get it uploaded, scheduled, you know, all of that behind the scenes stuff that I don't usually talk about. So yeah, I need to get it done. So apologies if this voiceover is a little bit all over the place. But yeah, so moving on to the living room, we've already done the kitchen. And as you guys can see, I did try and go for a kind of modern look for the kitchen. So I used those counters from the Perfect Patio pack. I used the upper head cabinets actually from the Cool Kitchen stuff pack and the Dream Home Decorator game pack. So I kind of like combined them because I really like the way it looked. And then at the by the front door, we have that little like open closet coat rack space that I put in. So, you know, you can go ahead, hang up your coats, you know, stuff like that. And then we have this really big living room. So we have a really big lounge area, but I also put in a desk. I put in the grand piano from the Wedding Stories pack, which I don't know, I love the way that piano looks. And whenever I can get a chance to use it in a build, I will. So I figured, you know, because it is supposed to be for Barbie, she is obviously, you know, she's famous, she's a celebrity, she's multi-talented, obviously, going from all of the Barbie movies. So I figured, you know, she would probably play the piano, she probably plays the guitar. I put a bunch of, like, Get Famous stuff in this apartment. As you can tell, I'm using these couches from Get Famous, which honestly, I do not think I have ever used them in this pink swatch. I actually didn't even know they had this pink swatch because I don't use these couches like ever. They're so over the top and they're so stylized, and I can never make them work because also a lot of their swatches are like really bad. Like I think they have a plain black swatch, but the black comes with these like really orange, almost like gold accents, which just looks hideous. I'm gonna say it looks hideous, that like orange gold. It's more orange than gold, and it looks hideous, so I always avoid it. And then it has a plain white, I think. I can't even remember if it has a plain white. But then the rest of the swatches are all these really weird colors that basically don't match anything else in the game apart from the other Get Famous items. And they're just too much. I never use them. But I figured for Barbie, they would make sense. So this apartment is a mix of contemporary stuff, and then this, I honestly don't even know what style it would be classed as. But these really over-the-top pieces from, you know, Get Famous. I used a bunch of stuff from Vintage Glamour as well, which I think is definitely a little bit more Art Deco. So yeah, this apartment definitely has a contemporary Art Deco, kind of maximalist vibe as well, I think, personally. So yeah, it's very, like, in my head, it's very Barbie. So I hope you guys like how it turned out because, yeah, like I said, I had a lot of fun with it. It was a little bit of a process to try and like get everything to work. Originally, I do try and make this like really hot pink, like I guess fluffy rug work from, I think that one is from City Living. But later on, I actually swap it out for that pink and white one that I had from the base game for a second. I swap it out for that, and then I use, I think that fluffy rug, I think I use it in the, no, I don't use it in the bathroom. I might have used it in the closet, but I think I swapped it out. So I think I got rid of that rug. But either way, we're currently working on the curtains. I was stumped as to which curtains I wanted to use. I cut out so many attempts of me trying different curtains. But I ended up going with these from the 𝘕𝘖𝘕 kit. And I tried them in black, but they just, I don't know, they just didn't work with the walls. So I ended up turning them white. And then we just have the black, like, curtain rails at the top. That's also from the 𝘕𝘖𝘕 kit. So I really like the way that turned out. And then we also use obviously a bunch of stuff from the pastel pop kit because it was just perfect for this build. And then on this wall, I'm actually putting down a couple of, you know, kind of like actor stuff. So I have a couple of movie posters. I have that little like award plaque. I have the framed check. We also have the like little star mirror, and then I also put down that weird like almost lightsaber like superhero type sword that's mounted on the wall. And if you're in live mode and you're like playing the game, that sword actually like changes colors, like the blade of it, which is really cool. But I figured that would probably be something from maybe like one of the movies she's been in, and it's kind of like a keepsake from a movie that, you know, maybe the writer or director or whoever kind of like gave her after the movie, you know, stuff like that. So I figured there would be a couple of those kinds of things in the apartment. And then I also used these signs in a couple of places. I used that one that's over the bookcase. I can't remember if it's from base game or from Get to Work, but I used that in the kitchen as well, but just a little bit smaller. And then I also use this one sign from Dine Out above the TV that's kind of like a little bit more lit up, and I figured those would be kind of like motivational quotes type things. So I didn't really think about what they would say, but I figured maybe they're like some sort of quote from, I don't know, maybe her favorite movie or her favorite book, or, you know, just something that maybe she like lives her life by, you know, something like that. So she has a couple of those around the place. And yeah, then right here is kind of where I realized that I totally forgot to put in a dining table. And originally I had planned to use one of the 3-tile dining tables that we have, but with, you know, I wasn't planning on putting the piano there, and once I did, I kind of didn't have space for a 3-tile dining table. So we just end up going with a smaller one, and I put 4 chairs around it, and then we have a bunch of bar seating as well. And yeah, that's basically the whole living space. Now the bedroom, like I said, is a kind of like combined room with the bathroom, so I kind of hop between them a little bit once I get to it. But yeah, you'll see that once we get to it. But before we do, I want to talk about some other things first, because yeah, I will just forget to mention it if I don't. But yeah, so first off is a save file question. For those of you guys that have downloaded my save file and have played in it, or, you know, just had a look around or anything like that, first off, I want to say like a huge thank you, because, you know, seeing people say that they've actually downloaded it and they love it and stuff like that, it is such a surreal feeling. Because like I said, if you guys know, if you've been here for a while, I've been working on that save file for like over 5 years, since before I even had my channel, and this month, the 26th, is actually going to be my 5-year YouTube anniversary. So yeah, I've been working on that save file for years. So seeing it actually out in the world and people playing in it is an incredible feeling. So just first off, like a huge thank you. But if you haven't checked it out, I did a like overview video that's really long and rambly, but I did an overview video of it that I'll leave linked on the screen, and I know I'll put it in the description as well. But I also know Rachel, Fantasia, and Ocean Sims actually also did save file overviews of my save, which again, that is such a weird thing to say, because those two, they're two of my favorite creators. and like seeing them having a look around my save and hearing what they have to say about it is an incredible feeling. Like, I am so grateful. But I'll leave both of their videos down below as well in the description in case you want to check it out before you download it. But yeah, if you want to download it, like I said, it is up there. I'll probably put a download link in the description to my Tumblr where I have it. But basically, if you've played in it and if you've like checked it out or anything like that, I kind of want your feedback, because I know for a fact that once we get infants, I am going to go through and change up a couple of the families and, you know, give them an infant, because I really want to do that. So I was thinking about maybe like aging down a couple of the toddlers that I have in a couple of my worlds. So we do have a couple of families with toddlers, you know, stuff like that. But I figured when I created them, I did think, you know, this toddler would be a little bit younger and, you know, stuff like that. So I was thinking about maybe going in and aging down a couple of the toddlers and like turning them into infants, because that would just make more sense to me. So do you guys have any specific families that you would like to see have an infant? Maybe, you know, a family that has a toddler, you would like to see them have a infant instead. If, you know, have any family suggestions, let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys and get your input on that. But yeah, so that save is still, I'm still working on the second version. I've never stopped working on it. It's just, it's taking me a while. So yeah, I'm kind of a little bit burnt out on it. Not burnt out, but I have another secret project that I actually started last week, and I don't want to talk about it yet because I want to get a little bit more done for it first. But I will be talking about that soon, so yeah, keep your eyes out for that. Now, yeah, I think that's everything like save file related that I wanted to mention. Now, moving on to the bathroom, which we have already started. We've already started the bedroom as well. But something I wanted to point out is these counters and these sinks that I'm using. The sinks actually aren't functional because I put them, obviously I placed them down, but I raised them up a bit with the tool mod. And then obviously I placed these counters over them because I wanted it to have a double sink, but I didn't want to use one of the really plain, like kind of bad looking sinks that we have that can go in counters. So I didn't really want to use any of those. So I kind of used those sinks from the Get Famous pack and pretended like they would be those fancy modern, you know, sinks that go on top of a counter instead of like in a counter. So yeah, the sinks won't be functional unfortunately, but that is a really easy fix. You could, you know, just delete the counters and delete all of the clutter around it, or you can delete both of the sinks and delete the flowers that I have on the center counter, and then just put a regular sink in that counter and it would work completely fine. But also you have the sink in the kitchen, you have the sink in the other bathroom. And yeah, I wanted to go for aesthetics with this one a little bit more than actual playability, at least in the bathroom. So, or at least for those sinks, I guess I should say. So I didn't really mind that, but I did figure that I should probably point it out because yeah, I don't want you guys to think that I, you know, did that and then didn't know that it wouldn't be functional. I do know it's not functional, but yeah, it's really easy to fix, like I said. So yeah, we have this really big bathroom. We have, like I said, those glass, kind of like fake sliding doors. We have a corner tub. We have a vanity with a ton of like makeup and stuff on it because it's Barbie. So I figured, you know, she would be really into fashion and makeup and stuff like that. So we also have this walk-in closet right off of the bathroom that I was thinking about using the Dream Home Decorator stuff for, but honestly, they disappear when you put the walls down, so you'd have to play with the walls completely up, and the room isn't all that big, and also the wall height is really irritating because it's so high. So I just figured, you know, we'll use the ones from Get Famous. They kind of fit in with the whole like over the top vibe of the rest of the apartment. So yeah, we use those. So that room is really simple, like just a couple of those wardrobes, a chair, some mirrors, and we're good to go. Now, moving on to the bedroom, you guys will have seen that I already had the bed and a couple of things placed down, but right now we're going to go through and we're going to, like, I guess fully decorate it and detail it, all of that stuff. So we have this really big bed, from the Get Famous pack, surprise surprise. But yeah, we're using that bed in the pink swatch. And then we also have those like light curtains from the high school years pack, which I love the way those looked with this bed. It looks so cool. It looks like this huge canopy, which I'm obsessed with how it turned out. And then we have a really big fluffy rug. We have some chairs from the Decor to the Max kit actually. And then I also put in this little like yoga meditation area because I figured, she would be into yoga. Maybe some meditation, so we just have that with some pillows and, candles, all of that stuff. And then that's basically it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. If you want to download this apartment, it is up on the gallery. It's uploaded as a room though, because that's just how apartments work. But all of that information is in the description as usual. And yeah, I hope you guys are all having a great day, a great Wednesday, and a great week so far. And I'll talk to you in my very next video. Bye everyone.